Hi students, welcome to another lecture. So here we are going to discuss how to calculate work if force is given in terms of time, right? So like we know that work is defined as the force multiplied by displacement in the direction of the force, right? That is the common formula that we use. So we can say work is F vector dot S vector, right? Generally we will write it like this, that W equals to F vector dot S vector. Now this formula can only applied if the force is constant, right? Now the another thing is that force can also be variable. If force is variable, then it can be given in the terms of displacement or in the terms of time. These are two prominent forms generally we will get in the questions. Now if force is given in the terms of displacement, then we will calculate the elemental work done dW, and we will say that for dW we can consider this force vector constant F vector dot ds vector, and then we'll say that the total work done is integration of dW, which is integration of F vector dot ds vector. So till this point we don't have any doubt. We can easily figure out what is the work done if force is given in the terms of displacement or the position anyway, because we know that the displacement can be given in the terms of position as well. Okay, so here we don't have any problems, and of course you have got some questions on this in the previous year on the JEE mains, so we are going to discuss that in the another lecture somewhere. But right now the focus of this topic is what if the work is given in the terms of time, force is given in the terms of time, what we are going to. Okay, so here force is given in the terms of time, so of course we know that work is defined as integration of F vector dot ds vector from our basic definition, right? Now if I place the force in the terms of time, then I cannot integrate it. That is the problem, right? So what I will do is slight adjustment over here. So I will divide it with the dt and multiply it with the dt. Alright, this is the slight adjustment that we are going to do, and from that we will get a final formula that we can use when we get force in the terms of time. So work is integration of F is not going to change. Look here, I have divided this ds with the dt, isn't it? So this becomes ds divided by dt, which is the velocity vector, and multiplied by dt, which is just a scalar quantity. So F vector dot v vector multiplied by dt. This we are going to use when we get the force in the terms of the time, right? We know that we can easily find out the velocity in the terms of time if the force is given, and then we can integrate the F v dt. Okay, let's take one example just to understand how we are going to approach this. Okay, so let's suppose, so here is the question. I'm taking that the force on the object is variable and that is given in the terms of time, right? So force is given as 2t, and at t equals to 0 this object is at rest, and we need to find out the work done on the object in t equals to 0 to t equals to 5 seconds, right? Okay, so just now we have developed the formula for these kind of problems. So we'll say that the work done is basically integration of F vector dot v vector multiplied by dt. Here, keeping in the mind that this surface is the smooth surface, right? We can find out the velocity. We can find out the velocity function. How do we find out the velocity function? It's from the acceleration function, right? So we know that this force is 2t. Let's suppose the mass of this object is 2 kg, right? Okay, so then we can say acceleration is basically total force divided by mass from our Newton's laws of motion, right? So that becomes 2t divided by 2, so that becomes t, meter per second square. So we got the acceleration function. Now look here, that acceleration will not be constant, so you cannot apply the equation of motion. We know that we have three kind of motion. So like if we have uniform motion, just the one formula is there, s equals to vt. If the acceleration is constant, then we can apply the equation of motion, and if acceleration is variable, we need to go on to the calculus. So here as well, I need to find out the velocity by integrating the acceleration. So acceleration function is given, and we know acceleration is basically dv by dt, right? So dv by dt is t, right? So then I can say dv equals to t dt. Okay, integrate. We know at t equals to 0, this is 0, velocity is 0, and at t time, let's suppose the velocity is v. Okay, look here, I am not going to do the definite integration. Why? Because in the function here we have force and velocity. We need to multiply these velocity vectors, variable vectors, functions, and then we need to get, and then we need to do the integration here, right? Okay, here we need to do the integration. So for that we'll need the variable. So that's why I'm not going to integrate. You might think it like this, that we are going to do the definite integration. No, right? We'll find out the velocity function. So from here, the velocity is coming out to be v equals to t integration is t square divided by 2, and you know, like it is I'm not putting the value, but I'm putting the limits, so that's why no c. Okay, v velocity function comes out to be t square divided by 2, that's all, right? Okay. Now we are going to go on to this, right, work. Okay, so let's approach this work. So we have w equals to f vector dot s vector, f vector dot v vector. Let's see what is happening. Is force is acting like this on the object. Now look, this is only force acting on this object horizontally like this. So we know, like, this object is going to move only in this direction. So that's why the velocity vector will be in this direction. So that's why f vector dot v vector can be written down as fv. So there is no issue in this. So then I can say work is integration of fv dt. Okay, I have removed the vector sign. So then work comes out to be integration of f. F is 2t multiplied by velocity is t square divided by 2, and then there is dt, right? 2 and 2 are cancelled out. So then work is t multiplied by t square is t cube multiplied by dt, and the limit is from 0 to 5. Okay, from where I am taking this limit is from this question. Work done on the object, here it is given, work done on the object in t equals to 0 to t equals to 5 seconds. So I am taking from that. Okay, so then work done is, if I do the integration, then it becomes t to the power 4 divided by 4 and 0 to 5. Okay, so then it is quite simple. It becomes 625 divided by 4 joules. Alright. So here we have taken the concept, how we are going to do the work done calculation, and a quick example on this. Hope you understood this. And if you want to watch more videos on this work and the other topics, you can go to our channel and you can watch. Thank you for listening.